Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day today. I'm Chef Tucker, and today I'd like to teach you guys how to make a homemade chicken noodle soup. Now, I broke down a whole chicken. I like to buy whole chickens when I can, especially if I need a mixture of parts because they're usually cheaper. It just takes a few extra minutes of my time. And then I have plenty of stuff to play with afterwards. For example, I'm breaking this one chicken down into about 3 recipes. So, bully for me. But to make a broth from scratch is what we're going to start with. And this is a part that you guys can skip if you are buying just a box broth or you already have some broth pre-made. But this will let you see where we're starting at so we can move forward. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get some gloves on. And now we're going to start. Now I'm making a broth, not a stock. And if you've seen my video on how to break down a chicken or what the difference between a broth and a stock is, then you'll know where we're going with this. But first thing I need is my chicken. I'm just going to smash the bones just a little bit so it fits in the pot a little bit better. And then I've got some wing tips also. And a chicken breast, because that's going to become our chicken meat later. All right, now that's all in there, we're going to add some water. We're going to bring it up to a boil, and then as soon as it's at a boil, we're going to drop it back down to a simmer. We're going to let that go for about an hour to 2 hours. We're going to check on it as it goes, and then we'll have our broth formed, and we'll continue with the rest of the soup. So let's go ahead and fast forward just a minute. All right, so like I said, I'm making my broth from scratch. And while I've got the extra time while it's brothing, I'm going to go ahead and get my mise en place ready for the rest of the dish. It's all going into the same pot, so I won't worry about keeping them separate or adding them at different times. Like I said, as soon as the broth is ready, that's when it's all going in. Parsley, thyme, and just a hint of rosemary. Now you might see me use that herb mixture before in a couple other recipes. It's because it's an herb mixture that I like that works for me. It's rosemary, thyme, parsley. I don't always use it, but like I said, it's a good standby. Come up with your own. This recipe is very flexible. It takes lots of different herbs that can go in it really well. Like if you want to throw some basil or oregano in there, perfectly fine. But we're meased out. Now we're just having to be a little bit patient, and then we can go ahead and finish our soup. All right. So we've let it simmer for as long as we need to. Now we're going to start pulling some stuff out. We're going to get and gently remove the bits that are floating with the very unpretty name of scum. Now, if you wanted to skim it and get all the oil off the top, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind. This is homemade. I'm just ready to throw it all together and eat, which I'm sure you guys are looking forward to too. We're going to take our mise, throw it into the pot. Need a bigger pot. All right, so while that's going, we're going to be pulling off all the meat from our chicken that we can, because a lot of it has come loose from the bones. And we don't want to lose any of that if we don't have to. All right, so our chicken soup is ready. We just have to bring it back up to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, that's when we're going to add our noodles. And then after the noodles are done, it'll be time for chicken soup. It's a little bit of a lengthy process, but in the end, I think it's going to be worth it. So let's go ahead and just jump a little bit so you guys can see where we're going to. All right, so our carrots are soft, our onions are translucent. We're ready for the next step. It's been simmering long enough. If you need to add a little bit of water here or there, a cup or two, make sure you're doing that, especially when you're getting ready to throw the pasta in. But pasta just goes. All right, now the only timer we got left is until the noodles are done. Once the noodles are done, we have chicken noodle soup. So, hate to do this to you guys again, but one more time, let's go ahead and just fast forward so you guys can see what the end product is. All right, so our pasta is cooked all the way through as per the instructions on the box. And now we just need to finish off with seasoning. Like I said, you always season at the end of a soup or a sauce, just because as that liquid reduces, it's just going to get saltier and saltier. So let's take a look. All right, guys, chicken noodle soup. And if you followed the way I did it, it's going to take you a while just because it's a labor of love. Just like a lot of soups do when you're trying to make the broth from scratch for the soup. But if you go ahead and bypass that step, then it won't take you very long at all. But come down to the moment of truth, so let's give it a taste. It's chicken noodle soup, guys. It's beautiful, it's light, it's brothy, it's full of flavor, it's full of vegetables. It's great to help get you over a little sickness that you get. But if you find that it doesn't have quite enough for you, make sure you adjust the seasoning, salt, pepper. You can go ahead and add other stuff into there that I didn't, like if you want to add leek or what have you. And one other tip I will give you that I learned from the late, great Anthony Bourdain is if it's not quite chickeny enough, don't be afraid to add something to it. Now, I didn't add anything to this just because I wanted you guys to see where I was coming out and I wanted to give you my honest opinion on it. But if you're making this at home, don't be afraid to add a little bit of whatever you want to help you boost it up, because the point of this recipe isn't just the recipe. It's to help you guys understand how to cook and to help you guys make something delicious. And when it comes to delicious, you guys are the ones that are going to have to be the judge of your own pot, your own bowl. So don't be afraid. No one's going to judge you. And just enjoy, because that's what the food's meant for. Well, if you like what I did here, you found it educational, you found it entertaining, make sure you hit the like, share, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. It really helps me grow, and I do appreciate it. And as always, thanks for cooking with me.